You know what? Neither of us have picked anything from Balance. Part of the reason, because it's terrible.
Well, part of the reason for me is I don't think I've ever listened to it at all. I don't know if I could tell you any song on that. I don't know it. I don't know the material. And
you do. I think you do, and I think I have to pick something from this to drive home that not only do you know it, like you probably have muscle memory of reflexively turning off the radio the second.
Wait a minute, it's still my pick.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yes,
well, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's,
All right,
it's still my pick. So right. Cool the Jets.
Cool the engine. Cool the engine.
Cool the engine.
Uh-huh.
So you know the funny thing about this is, I still don't know that album because I didn't do enough homework to go back and discover it this time. Because I actually had to refresh myself on a lot of these songs that I did know at the time. Mm-hmm. They just didn't stick with me the way most things do for whatever reason, and I can come up with a few theories. But they just didn't stick the way that, stuff from my childhood generally does. So anyway, that's here nor there.
You have to pick now. You've got to do a last pick.
Yeah, I'm just saying that is a non sequitur, or at least this pick will be non sequitur to that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with humans being, which is some kind of pun that I'm not catching, I'm sure, from the Twister soundtrack.
Wow, that is an exceptional choice. I'm gonna, while it's offensive in every sensory organ is repelled at the thought of listening to that again. It wasn't even on my radar, and it's absolutely a worthy pick. So you have my hatred and respect. There's no word that has, there's no word that has both of those meanings in them. So
I was going for ambivalence, so I win.
Wow. All right. That's exceptional. That means I still have to pick. Now, do I just take the black pill and say fuck the world and put the worst fucking shit I can think of on here to just
I didn't go with all songs with love in the titles.
No, that's true. That's black pill. Like that's nihilism. That's absolutely nihilism inducing on top of being nihilistic. So we did not pick anything from the album Balance. And you don't have any picks left, so it sort of doesn't matter. Why don't I just end this? I'm going to pick what I think is probably the only tolerable song on the album Balance, which I am going to say is, so that album came out in 1995. The 90s is a decade with some of the worst album covers of all time. That is the decade in which the digital, that just sort of, every album cover looks like it was done in by having a bunch of shit dragged and dropped across an Apple like Mac Paint or something like that. Like that decade really is the worst for album covers. Balance is certainly one of the worst album covers of that decade.
Yeah, super creepy.
And I might say it's one of the worst of all album covers of all time.
Yeah, it is one of the creepiest album covers ever.
What on the name of what the fuck were they thinking? Like, is this what Sammy Hagar's? Is this Sammy Hagar's Houses of the Holy? That's the real question here, in terms of album cover. Like, is there a meeting where Sammy Hagar's like, think of the classic album covers? Like,
let's not put the blame on him. He didn't necessarily even sign off on it. It's Eddie's band.
I mean, I think this is the last Van Hagar record, Balance, and it should have been. I think I'm going to give Van Hagar credit. They did not need to make the album Balance. I think Van Hagar would be more fondly remembered if this album hadn't been made, but it was made, and we have to live with it. And I think everyone who's listening should be forced to drink this all the way down to the dregs, and that is Can't Stop Loving You. I can't think of a worse way to end this, so that's my pick from Balance.
Well, there you go, another song with love in the title.
Can't Stop Loving You. All right, this is a rogues gallery. Again, I hate to say it again, but this is the literal definition of dog's breakfast. Here we go. Van Hagar top 10 from our conscription exercise, our banality draft. Top of the world. Why can't this be love? Finish what you started. Pound cake. Run around. Sucker in a three-piece. Dreams. When it's love. Humans being. And can't stop loving you. I don't know if I can listen to those 10 songs in a row. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I have the dark horses in this, though.
There's only one way to find out. We're going to publish this playlist. If you're better than me, if you can get to the end of it, I don't think I can do it. I certainly hope. Like, I can't listen to this in public. I don't want someone standing next to me on the train looking over at my phone and seeing what I'm listening to. Do you know what that would do to my? Like, what would you think if you're standing on the bus and you look over and somebody in 2019 is listening to Can't Stop Loving You? I'd call the cops.